Oh, hey. I'm guessing that's her. Probably shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess you brought her back, but at what cost? Oh, God. How much is that again? I don't remember how much. Did I still have enough for this? No, I didn't. Okay, well, I'm going to quickly do that. I'm going to quickly do that because I want that coil, because before we head out today, I want to have everything I possibly can. So we're more or less sorted, you know? Probably going to notice the boat is looking a little different. I did do some stuff off camera. It was nothing too exciting. I just basically grinded a whole bunch to make sure we got that boat upgrade. And the stupid thing is, I could finally get my goddamn light upgrade, right? But it didn't put a slot in that would let me have the new light. It put it... I mean, you saw it. Look over here. That's where it put it. So basically, I need 3 in a row. It made this L shape. For some goddamn reason. So I just put on another light. It's all good, but I did upgrade it, so the boat's looking a little more like it can handle some stuff, you know? And also, welcome back to Dredge, everyone. As always, I am so glad everyone's having a great time. I don't have oceanic. Oh, I don't have oceanic. Ah! This is why I want that thing. This is why I want it. So we're going to jump over here. We've also got a new engine. You can have a look down there. I also have a lot of engines. I have 4 engines technically, but I'm like, I'm not letting this happen again, where I lose my engines. It's happened once. It's happened twice, I think, actually, and I don't want that to ever happen again. So, if you missed last episode, essentially we went down to somewhere called the Twisted Strand. As always, I'll put a little card at the top if you want to go back and have a look at what happened. So where we're off to today, if I jump over to the map, we're off to the Devil's Spine, which sounds terrifying. But supposedly this is where the last piece is. It's on this island over here. We've got 3 points of interest, so we are going to go check all of those out. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of have the ship as upgraded as possible. So all we really learned from last episode, so that we found a guy who got shot down in the Twisted Spine, or the Twisted Spire, the Twisted Strand. I'll get it eventually. And he'd essentially been trapped there. We helped him kill these things that would make you go insane. But basically, that whole area was just creepy. Have I actually been through here? I don't know if I've been through here. I'm just going to have a little look. There's something over here. Hang on, I'll get back to the recap. SOS. You alright? Castaway. Okay. Oh, I'm saved. I'm saved. Oh, you are a sight for these sore eyes. What happened? I washed up here. Oh, it must have been some 2 weeks ago now. We were on rough seas, and when then a wave hit us broadside, I was jostled overboard and swept away. I thought my crew would have come to find me by now, but yours is the first ship I've seen pass by here. That's interesting. Did the boys send you looking for me? No. Oh, well, I'm sure they're out there looking anyways. Can you get me to Little Marrow, stranger? I should be able to catch them there when they next stop by. Yes, I'll take you to Little Marrow. All right, well, little interruption. We're going to get this man on board. And I actually did want to do something at Little Marrow, actually, as well. So hang on a second. But yeah, basically, we helped him take out these things that would make you go insane. It all went well. And we found some weird markings and had some theories about sort of where the story is sort of going. And I'm more and more convinced that it's to do with what we're doing. One of the symbols showed that there was like a pentagram with someone lying in the middle, and there were 5 points with weird symbols on them. And I'm starting to think that those weird things... Here. Can I throw you in storage? I can put my... I stuff him into a locker. Oh my god, I just stuff him into my little chest. Yeah, let's see if your friends can find you now. So yeah, that was about it. Then we came back, we gave the amulet to the dude, and yeah, that was about everything that happened in the last episode. Longest recap ever, but it was because I was in the middle of stuff. Now I'll show you what I wanted to do once we get the castaway here. The sweet rank smell of civilization. I thought I could never miss it. He turns to you. For someone who has just been saved, he seems gloomy. I've not got much on me, as you can imagine, and I've a feeling this isn't worth much anymore, for me at least, but perhaps it'll be worth something to you. He removes a signet ring from his left hand and presses it into yours. It's emblazoned with a symbol of a captain's wheel. A ship's wheel sigil is emblazoned proudly on this ring. Such a symbol is sure to bring good luck to any captain that holds it. Oh, yeah, I'll take that. Well, I'll keep it on me. On to better horizons, friend. Farewell. I never figured out what to do with the painter. Look at the dock worker. This is what I wanted to do. My man looks pale and sad. Oh, God. The dock worker is standing motionless on the edge of the dock. Staring down at the water, he seems paralyzed by fear at what he sees. Stay with him? You stand with him for a while. Occasionally, a tremor shakes his body and his breathing becomes labored. Stay with him? He strains, clenching his fists, eyes shut with the effort. A tear rolls down his cheek. Stay with him? His body relaxes suddenly and his eyes snap open again. They are cloudy and expressionless. Fluid rattles through his lungs. A drop of dark ooze falls from one of his ears and lands on the dock. It slips between the boards and disappears into the water below. What was that? A trembling head turns ever so slightly toward you. His breathing grows heavy in anger until you step backwards, leaving him standing there on the dock. Oh God, can we go back again? Okay, we can't do anything. And of course, if you did watch the last episode, you will know that as we are doing this, as I kind of do little bits and pieces in between, I am working our way through an Ocean Mysteries Iceberg. I cannot tell you how hilarious and sad it was when I was watching it back and the amount of times I called it a tier list. So I'm going to do my best, but if I make that mistake again, just understand I'm an idiot. So I'm going to get us out to the Devil's Spine, which shouldn't take too long. And once we're there, we'll get ourselves situated, and then we'll continue through the tier list as well. I always think it's so interesting to kind of go through those things, and especially with us being lost out at sea, going through crazy stuff. Oh, look at that. You can see it already, the ruins. Look at how zippy we are, too. We're so... Especially when we bump the haste. Look at us go. Right. Oh, hello, whale. How you doing, friend? And we have got... Oh, what is with the lighting? I guess it's volcanic, so... Oh, yeah, look at that. Underwater. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Does that do anything to me? Not really. Okay, we all heard that, right? What is that? Oh, God! Okay, there's something here. Oh, there's a lot of things here. Can I pick that up, please? No, let me. I just want that. Thank you. What is all this? Oh, they're slowing me down. They're slowing me down. Back the fuck up. Where's my friend? Leave me the fuck alone. Well, isn't this place nice? All right, hang on. First things first. Let's read our message. Oh, we've got another note and no date. My darling, I found you at last. When you left, I was scattered to the winds, but now I feel almost whole again. There's just one thing left to do. Throw me back. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so I'm guessing this took place after this, where she couldn't find him, hadn't seen him in ages, and then now found him. Or maybe it's not him. Maybe it's the wife who went missing. I don't know. Hey, friend. Hey again. Come by for a chat. What was this place? Some kind of ancient civilization must have lived out here. Judging by the state of the buildings, things didn't go so well for them. I can't imagine they built all this around an active volcano, so the volcano must have become active sometime after they founded their city. I'd guess that the volcano caused them to leave, or wipe them out, one way or another. All in all, it's a pretty inhospitable place. I'm not really sure why I come here. I'm glad you're here, let me just say that. Now, in the last episode, I did share the tier list. See what I mean? Iceberg. I shared the iceberg in a link, and I also referenced where I got it from. So for those following along, we're going to be moving on to tier 3 of the iceberg. I think that's why, because this one calls them tiers, or I'm going to call it level 3 just to like stop my brain making that connection. And we're going to be starting with the Osborne Reef. So let's go out here. I need to kind of scoot around the outside, so that's what we're going to do. So the Osborne Reef. Okay, just stay away from me, please. You still following? Why they follow forever? Okay. Oh, look, the last message. Oh, yeah, I hate myself. Oh, no. What is this? Hang on, I'll come back to the Osborne Reef. I got a stone tablet. An ancient stone tablet bearing a strange glyph. Maybe the trader at Little Marrow knows something about this. Okay. It's getting a bit late, so I really just want to kind of beeline for the point of interest around here. Okay. Okay. I'm guessing this is it. What on earth is this? The cave, the ancient lighthouse. Oh my god. Okay, look, I'll get back to the Osborne Reef in a second. Just give me a second. In the dim light of the cave, you can make out some paintings on both walls. Check the left wall. These paintings depict the birth of a civilization. A great beacon of light is shown repelling a tentacled figure emerging from the sea. Cthulhu is here, I told you! Check the right wall. These paintings depict the fall of a civilization. A volcanic eruption tears through a tall lighthouse. Monstrous shapes devour people as buildings turn to ruin. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. All these, like, culty robes. Huh? Oh, there it is. You climb the many steps leading to the ancient lighthouse. At its base is a solid stone door. You can't see a handle, but there's a large socket carved into the face of the door. Oh, let me guess. I need these. The door remains shut. Okay, so I'm guessing I would need to find all 4 of those. Oh, God. I'm just gonna rest. This creepy-ass place. I hate this music. So, the Osborne Reef is essentially a man-made reef that's, I think, off the coast of Florida somewhere. It was an attempt to create a man-made reef that all the fish could kind of use as a new habitat. They decided the way to achieve this was to dump 2 million tires or thereabouts into the ocean, and that would somehow create a reef, things would grow on it, etc. It's really going to be a short one. There's not too much interesting in it other than the hubris of mankind, because when we decided to do that, all that really happened is nothing really grew on it. It became inhospitable, and all those tires, whenever storms and things would come through and like move them about, they just started damaging the actual reefs around the area. So essentially we tried to fix a problem and we made the problem worse. So yeah, kind of cool, right? And that's really all there is to that particular one. I just thought it was very interesting. I always love stories where the moral is basically humans are dumb. Surprise, surprise. All right, so I guess what we'll do to get started is I'm going to head straight for this middle island. I mean, we can get what we need for the collector, I guess. Oh, hello. A man meets you as you dock, bracing himself against the wind and spray. Oh, rapturous day, a fresh disciple carried to me atop the waves. Come ashore, weak thing, and rest your weary soul. I'm just passing through. Nonsense. Your arrival is providence from the deep itself. I have been calling, and now you are the answer. The rite of purification is almost at hand, and you are to be my replacement. I'm listening. Your trial begins immediately. Tell me, what does your spirit seek? Happiness? Ha! Merely an excuse to halt the search for something greater. Happiness is, by definition, a compromise. And your flesh, what does it crave? I mean, inside out of the sun, is that an option? Because that's what mine does. I burn with 5 minutes of sun exposure, so I don't want to be out here. But, the warmth of the sun? And yet it eludes you. Darkness is cast over the rest of your days. Finally, what does the world deserve? Nothing? Exactly. And yet it takes endlessly, harvesting, draining, but soon it will know that it has taken too much. It is already too late. The trial is concluded. You still have much to learn, but that knowledge will be delivered to you in time. Now your role as my initiate is to act as the herald of the purge, just as I was for the one before me. The nearby spires blaze with eternal fire, yet the stone hearths of these 3 idols lie barren and void. Retrieve 3 fathomless flames from the crags behind us and ignite the crucibles. Visit the shrines of the deep. I will mark them. They will offer further guidance, and I must provide no more. What's that scroll you're holding? I found it. At the end of my other life, it washed ashore as all great gifts do. It took some time for me to decipher the runes. It speaks of an incomprehensible door. And those wretched, twisting fish that swam through, their flesh is the closest thing to a key. Are there others that share your, beliefs? There are pretenders, failures that make a mockery of the deep. I tried correcting their ways, but I soon saw that they had lost the path. I left them to their ceaseless hunger. Alright, dude, I'm leaving. What are these stone columns? The stone columns of the temple are carved with ancient pictures and text. Which carving do you want to look at? The swarm of small creatures. The carving shows a swarm of small fish surrounding a boat. The ravenous children, alone they are nothing, together they summon her. Beneath these words, somebody has added a crudely scratched note. Do not let them grip you, burn them away. The large eyeless beast. The carving is of a large fish with crossed out eyes. The unseeing mother, when the starving cannot eat, she approaches. Beneath these words, somebody has added a crudely scratched note. Blind but can hear her children, avoid at all costs. I'm starting to get a picture. The bubbling vent. The carving shows a bubbling underwater vent. The breath of salvation, it burns those that mean harm, only the pure remain. Beneath these words, somebody has added a crudely scratched note. Protection. Follow the magma, find them. Let's try and get a bead on where we're going. So we need to head to the right. Over here somewhere. Okay, so these are safe, I think. Follow the magma? That was one of the notes. Follow the magma. So, do they not come near me? No, they do. They do. Okay, so that's the blind mother. Oh, okay, now you're coming this way. So would this be a time to use Banish? I'm gonna dredge a little. Oh god. Can we not? Head back this way. Yep, she's on the way. She's on the way. I can't use Banish. Here we go. Oh god. Oh god! You suck! Okay, well I've lost my rod. That's okay though. Oh no. This is hell! I hate... What am I supposed to do? Leave me the fuck alone. I can't do anything. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Back the fuck away from me. Aha, so the magma does do something. What? A stone shrine, an upright slab bears a carving, 2 malformed fish writhing under the sun, a lower slab holds 2 shallow grooves. Okay, so what do I need then? Okay, so we need to do some fishing. There's a little bit to do here. Alright, well, we're going to try and figure it out. This is nowhere near as calm as... Honestly, the Twisted Strand wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. This place, however, is nightmare fuel, and it's annoying as shit. 2 heavily plated creatures locked in battle. A lower slab holds 2 shallow grooves. Oh man, I gotta get crabs. I gotta get goddamn everything. Okay. This is gonna take a while. Alright, well we're gonna figure it out. First I'm gonna repair my boat. I'm gonna get my crab pots. Pop this down here. Pop this down here. Let's try and go a little deeper. Let's go to 50 meters. Pop that down. Alright, we're going to head back. We're going to sleep, and then we're going to come back and check on everything. Alright, and while we're at it, I mean, we might as well continue on with our iceberg. Next on level 3, we have got the Lake of Despair, which is a It's an interesting one. It's not anything that anyone should be too concerned about. Oh, there we go. So it's off the Gulf of Mexico, but it is not the only thing that is like this. So it's called a brine pool. I want to call it a brine pool. I think it's a brine pool. So it's essentially, have you ever seen those photos? I'll try and put one up on screen for you, where it looks like there's like a fog or something under the water. The rock splits with an almighty crack, revealing its core. All right, well, send that over, send that over. We sent all of that to storage, but that'll do for now. So it's essentially a collection of water that is deeply saltier, or a lot saltier than the surrounding sort of ocean and the water, so they don't mix together. All you really need to know is that with the high levels of salt that exist in it, right, essentially anything that's going to swim in there is going to die. That's just because, again, for any aquatic life, like taking in that much salt, because it is so much salter, like we're talking by like a factor of anywhere from, I think it's like 3 to 8 times. So by a factor of 3 to 8, there is more salt in this area than there is anything else. It's also way denser, which is why it all sits at the bottom. And so anything that goes in there, any aquatic life, will basically suffocate. It's essentially the equivalent of, imagine if there was too much CO2 for us, like we'd start suffocating. Same thing, too much salt, the same thing occurs. Interestingly, though, there are, however, brine pools that can kill humans. I don't know exactly what the cause of it is. There is a particular sort of buildup that can occur in them as well, and that can be absorbed through our skin. And as you can imagine, it basically enters, and it can essentially cause shock and loss of consciousness and nerve damage, I think is what it is. I'm hearing noises. I can't tell if you're a whale or like some sort of leviathan. I think you're a whale. I'm going to believe that because that's less scary. So yeah, there are those brine pools that if we go into them, it will also affect us. Okay, I need a stingray and something else. I think I've seen a bunch of stingray around here. Lots of scrap and materials though, so that's nice. What are you actually? Hang on. Actually, that's what I need. Okay, a ghost shark. Oh, we're finding some crazy stuff now. Okay, well, I'm going to try and... I mean, I shouldn't do this, but I'm just going to put something here so I don't have to carry it around with me, and I don't know if it being rotten is going to affect anything. So we're just going to quickly do that. And I do know where some others are. It's just the other fish that I don't know. I think I need to find, like, abnormals. I think that's all it is. I think that's why there was no specific ones that were sort of showing shapes or anything like that. So I just need to keep that in mind. Nope, leave me alone. Leave me the hell alone. Alright, yeah, we can scoot around this island and we can get back to our trader friend, because this place is bad enough. I don't need to be out here at night. So yeah, that's a little bit around the Lake of Despair. It's technically an underwater lake. It's quite a scary concept, honestly, in my mind. Just the concept that, like, there's just these dense patches of, like, immense salt, and some of them could hurt you. Again, why you won't catch me going anywhere deep. Just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Alright, we're gonna scoot around the outside, look for some stingray sections. And hopefully... No. Oh, I hate these things. They just follow you forever. It's gonna come stand by here. Come on. You want it? Yeah, didn't think so. Didn't think so. Didn't think so. Okay, we can navigate, I think, but it's just we just gotta be a little... Oh no, that didn't work at all. Oh great, my floodlight's gone. Well, that now makes the prospect of being out here at night a lot scarier. I'm gonna be completely real. I'm in... Why? Frilled shark lost overboard. Sick. I'm incredibly terrified. I had plans. Those plans are going to shit because I don't know how else to describe it to all of you, but one, I've already kind of talked about that I have a bit of a phobia of, like, deep sea. So this game already is a bit of a stretch for me to even be playing. And then two, just the atmosphere of it. I just need to get back to my trader friend, repair my boat, and kind of recollect my thoughts. I'm trying to get through my iceberg, and I'm trying to keep in mind all the things we need to do while we're here. And my mind hurts. My brain hurts a lot. Yeah, so give me a second. All right, we're going to try and have a look for some stingrays. I think, were there some over here? No. How? You saw that. I floated. Oh, yeah, there we go. We found it. Just over here. I think this is the one, and I just needed this and put it over here. Did it! All right, give me all this shit. Oh, come on, okay, I don't like that any touch basically means my boat's getting damaged. I hate that. I touch some of these things so gently, like you could barely even call it a touch, and yet I get absolutely messed up. All right, so next on the iceberg is actually the Kaz 2, which I think this goes back to maybe our second episode. I think it's one of the second ones, but we actually went through this kind of in detail, so I don't really need to do it again, but it is an Australian story, so yay me. Things happening closer to home. So as a quick little recap with the Kaz 2, it was a yacht that departed from Brisbane, which is on the north end of the east coast of Australia. There was 3 guys that basically went out. They were going to basically go out and have a little bit of a trip and stop in at little ports down the coast. On the first day, when they found this ship, because the scary part is that the ship was found completely abandoned, but it looked like nothing had happened. Nothing was tossed about the boat. Everything was sort of in place. So they found the boat completely abandoned, like a helicopter flying over found it like a couple of days after they had departed. And yeah, basically the boat looked fine. It looked like nothing had happened. Everything should have been fine. But the boat very much was not okay. All the people were gone. And yeah, there was just really no explanation. All they could tell from looking at like sort of the GPS that was on board was that they left. Everything seemed fine on the first day, and then all of a sudden the boat kind of came to a stop and then just drifted for the remaining days until it was found. There's just no explanation. I mean, there was an explanation by the coroner here that was a joke that basically said that it was an unfortunate series of events where one person got their fishing line stuck and another person went over to help, and then the other person was adjusting the sail or the mast, and as it swung around, everyone kind of got knocked into the ocean and just got lost. Like, that's the official story of what happened. Which is nonsense. So yeah, that's the Kaz 2. Again, I've kind of skimmed over some of the details, but that's mainly because we've already touched on it. Yep, install that bad boy. Let's get the biggest engine we can. I wonder how zippy we are. Oh yeah. The boat's ready for to take on the world. Okay, we've got one place left. I need to just fish for abnormals, I guess. So the next thing that we've got is... Hang on, I need to actually look at this word. Submechanophobia. Submechanophobia. Some of these... How crazy are the phobia names, by the way? Like, they're so insane. Insanely long. It's essentially the fear of man-made artificial objects underwater. Very specific. I, however, am not going to judge because I have my fears, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything about that. Very, very specific. But it's basically things like statues, ironically what we're looking at right now. It can be as small as like a buoy, you know, like just underwater somewhere. Basically human things that are not meant to be where they are. They're kind of underwater, and that is a bit terrifying. And I kind of get it, you know. I kind of get the idea, like, you're looking at these things that shouldn't be where they are, and yet there they are, you know? So yeah, just a brief mention. It's a very specific phobia. I kind of can see it, like human things just in a place where they're not meant to be. Even how the water could possibly distort them and make them look wrong as well. I get it. I think I can see it, but it's just very specific. It's a very interesting phobia. Phobias often are because they can be so strange, but also it's not like I think they're strange from a perspective of like, why would you be afraid of that? It's obviously a set of specific circumstances that has led someone to be afraid. At least of the things that are a little bit more abstract, like this one, you know? Ossified. Chittering mandibles scythe the air in front of this deep dweller. Its small body encased in a suit of thick bone. Oh, bone instead of just armored plates. Well, isn't that lovely? So do I have to, like, fill this entire thing up? Is that maybe what I'm supposed to do here? you wouldn't be so kind as to just have a fishing spot here for me, would you? Oh my god, I'm gonna crash so much. What is this? These explosives. There's something in here. What are you? Oh my god, you're huge. Coelacanth. Oh wait, this is what the lady needs. I got one. What is it? What does it say? An ancient giant battered by the years gone by. Its slow eyes swivel and look at you mournfully. Oh, I feel almost bad, but trader lady, I'm coming. We're moving quick. I'm getting the hell out of here. About those rare fish. I found a gulper eel. That's great news. Oh, wait, I don't actually have to sell it to her. Oh, nice. Well, those. I found a coelacanth. That's great news. Let's go around here, around the back. I'm going to kind of book it, and then I'm going to try and use the charm to draw in maybe some of the normals. Maybe we can get lucky. I'm guessing I've got something here. Yeah. Go. Okay, hang on. We've got a trophy catch. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ha-ha! Look at us go. We're doing great. Okay. Well, I mean, that didn't really work, but I mean, it was neat. I liked using the chum. It kind of did draw in a whole bunch of stuff. Creepy ass. Okay. Tattered mackerel. A tangle of ribbons stream behind this fish, its form converging around a shadowy head. A strip slides away, retreating to the depths. Okay, so it's made up of a whole bunch of things, basically. Now we're going to go find out if that means, if, you know, 2 meant 2, or if it meant until this place is full, you know? Okay. This should be it. Theoretically. Right? The rock splits away. Yes, it was. It was just 2. What the fuck? Encrusted talisman. A stone tablet surrounded by tooth and bone. A glyph of a hook is carved in the center. I have to install this? What the fuck is this? We're gonna have a look at that in a second. For now, I just need to head back to the center. That's our goal. Our goal is to just head back to the center. Nothing's the matter. Okay, just move quick. Sit here for a second. Lose our friends. This. I did it. A cold flame roars in the statue's hands. There we go. Preparations are complete. The Fanatic awaits. I'm looking for sunken relics. Are there any shipwrecks around here? Let's start there. Relics, you say? Perhaps one such as this. He pulls an antique pocket watch from inside his robe. Droplets of sea spray crackle and seethe in the air around it. You are drawn to it too, I see. It found me during my rite of proving as I scavenged for creatures of power. It sapped at my spirit when I first recovered it, but I came to appreciate its strange nourishment with time. As will you. When the ritual is prepared, it will be yours to carry forth. Anything else? The flames are lit. Ah, I can feel it. The chill of the deep touches us now. It is time. Come. You follow him up the steps of the temple. At the top is a black stone altar. Stacked high upon the altar are layers of dark, damp wood. He draws the antique pocket watch from his robe. It sways hypnotically in the breeze. It is almost yours. May it mark the start of your journey and the end. Still holding the pocket watch in one hand, he clambers atop the pyre and raises his scroll. He begins to chant. What are you doing? He ignores you. The wind picks up. Swirling sea spray around the altar, a cold blue flame rises from the sodden wood at his feet. Look away. You can't. The freezing blaze climbs his legs. His chanting continues, no pain detectable in his voice. He lifts his arms skyward. Seconds later, the inferno engulfs him. It rages for a moment, then abruptly dies away. A cold mist pulls around the floor of the temple, briefly before the wind sweeps it into the sea. No trace of the Fanatic remains. The pyre is cold and damp. Inspect the pyre. Antique pocket watch. The clock face swims underneath cracked glass, hands spinning erratically. You take the pocket watch. It's freezing cold. It vibrates in your palm, clock hand spinning wildly below the cracked surface. Okay, so we have technically done exactly what we needed to do. Which is interesting. I guess we'll head back. I'm going to stop at the trader at Little Marrow. And while we do that, there's a lot to explore around here. If this is the end, then we may do more exploring. But either way, I think I'm going to cover the DLC anyway, because I want us to get through our Ocean Iceberg. I want to get through the whole thing. Anywho, let's manifest, shall we? Manifesting! We're back. Okay, I'm not going to the collector first. First, we are going to Little Marrow to talk to this dude. Alright, so the next thing that was on our iceberg is rogue waves. So they're kind of similar to tsunamis, but not. So with a tsunami in deep ocean, they're not really a problem. Like if you're out in the deep ocean and a tsunami's kind of moving towards the shore, not a problem. Tsunamis are really a problem when they get close to the shore. Rogue waves, however, are more about them happening in deeper ocean, which is what's so scary about them. And so they'll just be giant waves that'll happen out in the middle of the ocean that will absolutely capsize a boat, do horrible things to it. They're called freak waves and a whole bunch of other things. Oh, here we go. Show him the stone tablet. The trader takes the stone tablet from you and inspects it closely, turning it over in his hands. Remarkable. Yes, I do believe this is a fragment of a larger arrangement. He reaches up to a high shelf and brings down a similar-looking stone, albeit covered with much more dust. Some years ago, I acquired this other piece. You found this near those ruins in Devil's Spine, didn't you? Yes. Ah, well, I suspect there will be more out there. I'll hold on to this for now and study it further while you search for the other fragments. And so that's really all there is to know about rogue waves. And again, it's just how terrifying the ocean is, that something like that is capable of happening. And yeah, basically the deep ocean has its own version of a tsunami. I keep hearing things. All right. Okay. All right, let's do this. You climb the broken steps to the old mansion, the waves swelling and crashing against the basalt columns that surround you. You pause before crossing the threshold. Okay. We can actually conceal the relic? What's that going to do? Okay, let's deliver the relic. I mean, let's just start here. Let's just deliver it, I guess. He approaches, drawing closer with an incessant ticking. You have the pocket watch. You take out the watch. Its once frozen hands are now inexplicably twitching in a rhythmic struggle, trying but failing to move forwards. You place it in front of the collector. Though it has been some decades since I last laid eyes upon this, the sound of its mechanisms has grown no less unpleasant. And with that, our collection is complete. I must admit, I am surprised. I did not think you had the determination for such a job. Now, with these 5 relics in our possession, I think that references back to that painting that we saw, all those carvings that we saw. Only one thing remains. I suspect you know by now. Know what? It will become apparent soon enough. We must make one final voyage. This time, I will be with you. I'm ready. Warning, you are entering... Oh, yeah, here we go. The final phase of the game. Your progress will not be saved from this point onwards. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Warning, one more time. Your progress will not be saved from this point onwards. Are you sure you wish to continue? Yes. I'm hoping they just drop us back out where we were before. The relics are coming with us. We should wait for the fog to thicken. With luck, the seas will remain unaware of our intentions. Waiting for the right time. Okay. Sure thing, buddy. The right time is 1 a.m. apparently. Now, our destination is the open expanse to the west of Great Marrow. It's marked on the map. We must not tarry. On the open waters, not with such a significant cargo, make haste. The collector is aboard your vessel. Where though? I don't see him. So where are we going? Why do I feel like I've already done... I'm in the bad ending. Like, that's exactly what's happening. Okay. So we mustn't tarry. Alright, well, we won't tarry. Aha. Okay, so that red spot over there is where we're heading. Okay, let's beeline it. We can get there pretty quick. Alright, heading out. We found it. Oh, we're still going. So what now? Is this the Cthulhu ending? Why do I feel like this is the Cthulhu ending? What is this? Hello. This is the place. This is where she was taken from us, and where we can at last bring her back. Only here, only because of what we've achieved. It was him! He was the one. He's the husband. He's the person. The people that got engaged. It's him. And she got taken when she said, throw me back. This is what Oh, it all comes together. Okay. He opens the book and begins to read aloud. To release a lost one frozen in time, he throws the pocket watch overboard. And tethered by chains in the deep, he throws the necklace overboard. Bind them to this world once more. He throws the ring overboard. Open the door to the starry heavens. He slots the key into the lock of the music box. And lay the weary world to rest. He throws the music box overboard, its key left unturned. Well, uh-oh. Oh no. I'm not in control. Oh yeah, this is the Cthulhu ending. We just summoned Cthulhu. Or something like Cthulhu. Oh, hey. I'm guessing that's her. Probably shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess you brought her back, but at what cost? Oh, God. Oh, yeah? What? Yeah, that's Cthulhu-ish. Look at the tentacles. Oh my God. Bravo. Oh, everything's burned. Look at this. Great Marrow's gone. Yeah, we brought about the end of the world, didn't we? I was going to sit here for a second. I want to see if they show anywhere else, like if they show all these places. There's got to be a way that we can not do Cthulhu. I feel like there are additional endings. Like what we just started that thing with like those relics and other stuff. There's got to be something going on here. All right, the music's excellent. All right, let's skip ahead. Okay, hang on, wait. Yeah, okay, cool. We do get to continue. Excellent. Okay, awesome. Okay, cool. So, here's my idea. We've technically seen one ending, and oh, what a journey this game has been. It's been so good. I'm so impressed. I've had such a great time, but I want to find the other ending, which I know is out there. So I'm going to go looking for it, and that's what I think I want to do in the next episode. So, to round out our iceberg for level 3, I'm going to just quickly run through that now. There's nothing too crazy in here. I was having a look at it before. Actually, there's one I do want to kind of spend a little bit more time on. So, one of them is eels. The last thing in this is eels, which I don't know what it's talking about. Giant eels, maybe? Giant unagi? I don't know. Something. Giant eels, maybe something. I couldn't find anything on this. Now, the other thing that I do want to spend a second on is just the Mary Celeste. So this is a ship, I believe, the dates and times are bad. I'm bad with that stuff. It may be the 1700s, maybe the 1800s. I don't know. It was a sailboat was the main thing. I forget some of the broader strokes of the story, but it is a ghost ship story. But essentially, someone bought this ship, the Mary Celeste. They refurbished it. They took it back, and the Mary Celeste was essentially transporting cargo across sort of the sea. Anyway, no one heard from this ship for ages, and then another ship came across this vessel, and they pulled up next to it. They went on board. Nobody was there. One of the odd things they noticed right away was that the cloth that covers sort of the underdeck area had been sort of blown off, or like it was kind of like gone, which is not something you would usually do, because that's essentially stopping water getting down into the rest of the hull, so you normally wouldn't do that on these older ships. But otherwise, everything else looked kind of okay. There was no evidence of a fight. There was no evidence of anything sort of going on. And very similar to the Kaz 2, the ship looked normal. There was one section where a rope had been cut, and that was about it. So they kind of towed it back, and it's kind of a little bit of a mystery as to what happened. They couldn't really figure it out. There was some funny business with the judge who held the case, and he came up with some crazy theories about what happened. They had a log that they could go through where every hour the captain would write sort of anything that had happened within that hour, and it all stopped basically from, I think it was 9 or 10 in the morning, somewhere around there. The entries just stopped on a particular day and with nothing, no other word of it. There is a theory, I forget what exactly they were transporting. I think it was like a lot of alcohol. There is a type of explosion that can go off that doesn't leave any soot, that generally doesn't do anything, but it could be the reason that maybe, the cut rope may have been an escape raft. Maybe an explosion went off under deck, and that's why the cargo tarp cloth thing got blown off and was kind of off the hull. And so maybe they heard this big explosion and they all kind of got off it. Maybe. But that's a little bit around the Mary Celeste. I do recommend kind of having a bit of a look up, but that's the general broad strokes of what it is. But with that being said, that completes level 3, and that also finishes Dredge. I will be doing another episode, at least one more. I don't know how complicated it is to get the good ending, but I want to do that because screw that Cthulhu ending. I had to do it. Even if we did get the good ending, I would have done the Cthulhu one anyway because I definitely want to do that. So, as you know, everyone, by now, like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave your comments below. What have you thought of Dredge? Did you enjoy it? What do you think of it so far? We are going to go do that other ending as well as try and find some other secrets as well. I do want to kind of just spend that little bit of time. And then once I've done that, I will likely do the Pale Reach as well. I kind of want to do that. I want to see what else this game has because I'm in love with it. I think it's great, even though it scares me so much. And of course, subscribe if you're new, but that is going to be all for today. So, bye for now.